Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Neva and this is my cozy little corner of the internet. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining us, and if you are not new here, welcome back. So this is our weekly whip and chat. This is going up on Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas to everyone. There will not be another video on my channel before Christmas, so this is it. This is the video before Christmas, okay? So Merry Christmas to those who celebrate, or Happy Holidays to those who do not necessarily celebrate Christmas, but maybe you celebrate something else. I hope that y'all got to see your families and you got to hang out with them and had the best time. So let's talk a little bit about what we're going to do. This is a whip and chat, like I said. WIP, W-I-P, stands for Work in Progress, and this is mine. This is Christmas Candy Shop from Diamond Art Club by Mrs. Butter D, and we're going to work on this today. This is my last Christmas kit of the season. I don't know that I will get it done before January 1st, but that is okay. That is okay. I've really enjoyed working on this. It has so many special diamonds, 89 colors, and 9 of those colors are specials, and I just think it's turned out so pretty. I am working on this section up here, so I know that this angle is a little different than what I usually do, but hopefully it's not too bad for y'all. And chat stands for chat. We're just going to chat for a little while. We're just going to talk about holiday-y things, I think, because that's where we are in life. So we're going to talk a little bit about all the things. We will start, I guess, with a life update after I say hello. How are y'all? I hope that everyone is well. If you are not, I hope that it gets better for you soon. This is Christmas time, right? This is a holiday time, so I know some people, holidays are hard. Holidays are hard for me as well. And if that is who you are, if that is what is going on in your corner of the world right now, just know that my DMs are open to you, and you can send me a message on Instagram or Discord if you just want a friend to talk to. And yeah, okay, so let's do a little life update. I am filming this on Tuesday evening, so I'm currently doing some Patreon sprints, and we just got back from the next town over because I had to go see my step-grandma, I guess she would be, but I had to go see my grandma. She is my opa's widow, so my opa is my grandfather on my mother's side. He passed away in 2018. I'm just getting a color to start here. And she had some pictures and stuff that we needed to pick up so that like my uncle and I could go through them on Christmas Day, because my family Christmas is going to be on Christmas Day. So we're having my family Christmas is Christmas Day, and then Christmas Eve we're going to church with my grandma and my cousin, which church service is about an hour and a half away. So we don't go to my cousin's church super often, but I try to go at least at Christmas time. It's just such a beautiful service. We do communion and all of those things. And I love my cousin's church. It's just such a beautiful community that she's part of. And so I do watch their sermons online a lot because her church, since 2020, they have done their sermons online. And they never got rid of that. Some churches got rid of it after 2020, and her church did not. I'm so sorry, y'all. I know this is causing like a glare. I'm trying to move the light so that maybe it won't cause such a glare, but I'm sorry. We're working with what we got. I didn't go through all of the stuff that I'm using because nothing has changed. I will have some new trays coming. We'll talk about that in the diamond painting update. But anyway, life update. So we're going to go to Christmas Eve service on Christmas Eve. So when you're watching this, we will be like getting around to go to that. And then I believe we're having a meal with my grandma after. So that's going to be so fun. Ari loves church. I also love church. I just haven't found a church in my town that feels super welcoming to me. So we haven't been going. Ari does some like summer activities at one of the churches, but I haven't actually tried that church, so I may try it out and see if maybe it has like a welcoming vibe to it. I really have to vibe with a church in order to attend it regularly. And I'm from a really small town, so it can be hard to find a church that I feel like I'm accepted in. But we're going to do that. And then we have family Christmas with my family, like I said, on Christmas Day. And then I don't really know what else we're doing. We do our Christmas Eve boxes on Christmas Eve as well. So this is like pajamas and a small gift is in the Christmas Eve boxes. And so we do that every year as well. And yeah, that's what we're doing. So let me think. What else? Is there anything else life-wise? I don't think so. Not really. We picked up, like I said, a bunch of pictures from my stepdaughter's house, and so I have like a whole album of pictures that I am keeping because they're really only relevant to me. I don't know that anyone else would even really want them, other than like maybe my sister that's directly underneath me in age, but the rest of them, like, they don't have any of like the other siblings in them. They're all really, really old pictures. And then we just picked up some pictures that she found like in her garage. So we're gonna go through those. And I really think that's it for life. Like, life-wise, I haven't really been doing a lot. I'm working, I am working on getting, what was I going to say? I don't even remember. I was going to say something and I forgot. Oh, I'm working on some vlogs in the background. One of them, actually, let me not speak. Basically, neither of the vlogs that I'm currently working on will go up before the end of the month. I don't think. Actually, my cozy vlog might go up because I'm currently working on that. So it could go up Saturday. If I can get it done Friday and uploaded, then it could go up on Saturday. It's just really going to depend. Friday, luckily, will be the day after Christmas, so I'll be back to like working. I have a few things that I want to put up before the end of the year, but most of it is already filmed. I have like some TBRs and things that will go up by the end of the year. And then the rest of my content, like favorite books of the year and stuff, those won't go up until January. And I originally wanted to get them out before the end of January, but I'm still reading books, and so I don't like doing them prematurely because it inevitably happens that I will film the book or film the video in December, and then I will be like, yes, I can get it up before January, and then it goes up, and then inevitably there's like a book that I left out that was like a best book of the year or whatever. So I'm getting spreadsheets and stuff all caught up. But I think that's really it as far as like life-wise. The kids are home from school for the next couple of weeks for winter break. So I don't know. There's just not a lot happening, but also a lot happening. I don't know how really to explain that if you're not like a parent. So let's talk about diamond painting. So diamond painting wise, I am working on this kit, and then I also have my square Batman kit as well. That is square drills. And Batman is very slow going, mostly because he's a lot of black, and I start to get a headache with so many dark colors. So he's really slow going, but I am going to get him done. I'm hoping by the end of January. That's my goal for the Batman painting. I kitted him up in October, maybe. I actually could look and see. Let's see. Let me pull up my gems flow. I am going to be, let's actually talk about that. I am going to be documenting my kits differently. I'm going to make myself a spreadsheet, and this spreadsheet is going to be color coded. I saw someone else do this where they color coded the spreadsheet based on when they finished the diamond painting, and I think I'm going to do that. But anyway, Batman was kitted up November 15th. So I kitted him up on November 15th and started him, and I worked on him for a few days because I was waiting for my Jingle Drills kits to come, which this is one of those. But then as soon as Jingle Drills kits came, I put Batman away. And the biggest reason is because I was like, okay, I can work on Batman at any time of the year, but I wanted my Jingle Drills kits done, like my Christmas kits. I didn't want to take the puppy dog one into January at all because it's very Christmas, like it's a dog in a stocking. But I was like, okay, if I have to take one of these into January, it's going to be Christmas Candy Shop because I feel like a candy shop is all year. Yes, this one is quite Christmassy. Like there's candy canes and nutcracker. Right now I'm working on like a gingerbread house. Like it's very much Christmas. But I'd be okay with working on this one outside of December. And I wasn't really okay with working on the other one outside of December. So that was the one that I actually put in for my like entry for Jingle Drills was from Santa, which was the dog one. I did that one. And yeah, I showed it to y'all when I was working on it. I did a few whip and chats with it. And I did that one for Ari, so that one's going to get framed and hung up every single year. So super cute. And then I was like, okay, what kits do I want to work on next? So I am going to be ordering some more kits. So my kind of big goal for 2026 when it comes to diamond painting, if you didn't watch my diamond painting goals, so I have 2 goals videos up on my channel. One is a sit down style video and one is in whip and chat format because a lot of people wanted the whip and chat format and it was just too long to do one big video. So I did 2. But part 1 is reading and content goals, and then part 2, which is the whip and chat style video, is diamond painting and it's cozy hobbies and life goals. So my big goal for diamond painting in 2026 is actually just to replenish my stash because at this point, the only kit I still have that I'm willing to work on that is part of my original stash is Batman. So because of that, I want to replenish my stash this year. That is what I'm wanting to do. Just because I would like to have enough diamond paintings in my stash to shop my stash. So I know that there are people that have just like hundreds of diamond paintings in their stash. That is never going to be a goal for me. Because when I buy diamond paintings, I buy diamond paintings with the intent of working on them. Now, I'm not saying that other people do not also buy diamond paintings with the intent of working on them, but diamond painting is such a how do I say this? It's a more expensive hobby, right? So it's such a expensive hobby for me personally that I don't want to be buying diamond paintings that I'm not going to work on. So I will wish list a diamond painting for like 6 months or whatever, and then if I go back and it's still available, then I will buy it. But there have been paintings that I have wish listed, and then when I go back to actually purchase them, I'm like, I don't actually want to work on this. And I have never had that issue with diamond paintings that are already in my stash. So even the square ones that I was a little bit intimidated by, if you've been part of my channel for any length of time, then you'll know that I have always preferred round diamond paintings, which is totally fine. I know people that prefer squares. I know people that started only with squares. I started by doing rounds because that was what it was suggested to me to start with. But I know that if you started like in 2018, 2016, things like that. The only thing you really had available to you were squares. There was a point in time where like there were like round diamond paintings weren't an option. And so because of that, I started with rounds, and I love rounds. They work up very quickly. I can do like more than one diamond painting usually in a month. Obviously not this one because I've been working on this one now for almost a month. Now this one is really large. This is actually the biggest diamond painting that I've ever worked on, like color count wise, everything. And so because of that, like this is a really large painting for me. But this one I've been working on. I kitted this one up. I started this one December 3rd, and it is now December 23rd. So I've been working on this for about 20 days, and I have made really good progress on this. But like I said, this is actually the biggest diamond painting to date that I've ever done, and this is the one that has the highest color count at 89 colors. So there's that. But what was I going to say? Yeah, rounds. I love rounds because they work up very quickly. You tend to be able to find rounds in every size diamond painting that you could ever want. I do like squares, but it got to a point in my stash where all I had to work on were square diamond paintings. I had done all of my rounds. The last round that I had in my stash was the Not Your Alice painting that I did for Drills and Chills. That was my very last round kit. So once I finished that round kit, I was like, okay, I did not have the funds at that time to purchase more diamond paintings. So I was like, all right, not gonna be able to purchase more diamond paintings until Jingle Drills, but I still want to work on diamond paintings. So I worked on Scooby-Doo during Jingle Drills. That one was called Where Are You? I think it's been archived at this point, but that was an older DAC kit. So all the kits that I had at that point were older DAC kits. The newest ones, I actually didn't have any that were in new boxes. And the only one that I had that had a perforated cover was the Alice painting. And I actually didn't even know until I opened it that it had a perforated cover. So I open my diamond paintings when I get them. I open them just to make sure that like the drills are in there and everything like that. But I do not fully unbox them until I do it on camera. And I'm actually going to be changing the way that I do my unboxings and post reviews in 2026. I'm going to be doing full-on vlogs with diamond paintings. Oh, that's not the right color. It's okay. In 2026. So basically what I'm going to be doing is in 2026, I will be doing start to finish vlogs. So if you don't know what that is, that's basically that I will get the painting, I will pick the painting that I'm going to work on, I will unbox it, we will look at the color story, which is like the color palette, right? The drills. We'll go through all the drills, we'll find the special drills, we'll look at the canvas, we'll do all the things that you would do in a normal unboxing. Then I will do a fast kit up. I had been doing kit ups on Patreon, and I've been doing them as kit up and chats. I don't think I'm going to do that any longer. I don't love doing kit up and chats, and the reason is because it usually takes me a few hours to kit up a kit. If it has more than like 20 colors, it takes me a while to do because inevitably as a mom, I am interrupted, people need me, whatever. So I will do a sped up kit up in the video, and then basically I check in and I just show you progress as we go. This is how I'm going to be doing my and then at the end, I will do a full post review. And that's just the way that I'm going to be doing them. And I'm calling them start to finish vlogs. Now, this will go hand in hand with like my cozy hobby vlogs. I love my cozy vlogs. If you haven't watched any of my cozy vlogs, basically I just go through, I'm actually working on one right now, and I talk about like the books I'm reading. You get some diamond painting B-roll. I will, talk about books that I'm reading. We will like talk about games I'm playing, all of that. So we kind of just do a mixture of things with the cozy hobby vlogs. I love them. And then, it just gives me another kind of vlog style to do, but it makes it also so that I don't necessarily have to, these would go up, my vlogs, when I have them, they go up on Fridays, so it would also make it so that I don't feel rushed to finish a painting just to post a poster review. I also want to talk about this while we're on screen. So Jenna from Queen of Diamonds, I believe that is her channel name. I love Jenna. She's really fun to listen to and to watch. I will link her channel down below, but I found Jenna this year and I really enjoy watching her content. She's just really fun. I love to just turn her on my iPad and I've gone back and like watched some of her older videos, which I tend to do when I find new people to watch, is I'll go back and like watch maybe like their whip chats like from the beginning, and that's just simply because then I feel like I have more of a connection with the creator. If I go back and I watch them, then I kind of know things that they maybe talked about at the beginning of their channel, and like I can see kind of how their lives evolve. Because I will say that when you do whip chats every week, as someone who does them, you kind of, I think, as the creator, assume that the people watching them have seen all of them. And this isn't because we don't want to tell you things from our past about our lives or whatever. It's just because it kind of runs in order, right? So if I tell you this week about something that happened last week, and then next week I'm going to talk to you about things that happened this week, and so on. So I've been watching Jenna for a little while, and I love her channel, but she is doing a whip detox, and I love the idea of this. Now, I don't have as many whips as Jenna. I think she said she had 25 whips. I did watch like her whip parade video, and I was like, that is so many whips. And I don't say that as like judging her, because I don't, okay? But I think the most whips I've ever had kitted up at once was 4, and that felt overwhelming. And they were like 2 little kits and then 2 really big kits, and it felt like overwhelming to me. So I can't imagine having 25. So like the fact that she can keep up with that and she knows where all her diamonds are, I think is awesome. But she's doing a whip detox, and I decided that I am also going to take part in this because I have my Batman painting, like I said, but I also just want to stay on top of my whips. And I found out that the town over has a Harbor Freight, so I don't usually go to the town over. I used to live there, but that town carries a lot of memories for me that are very bittersweet. So I lived in that town with my opa when I was in like 6th to 8th grade. A lot of like my friendships from childhood were made there. Like even people that I talk to even now, like I was friends with them in that town. And so that town carries just a lot of happiness, but also sadness. Like it's just a very bittersweet place. But we were in that town today because I had to go to my grandma, like I said. And she still lives in that town. She still actually lives in the house that her and my opa lived in together. And she's remarried, and I'm so happy for her. But I had to go there, and we went out to dinner after. And there is a Harbor Freight right next to where we went to dinner. And I was like, oh, I need to go in there. Like I said to my partner, like, oh, I need to go in there. And see if they have this storage system that like everyone talks about, like people have used it, and people I've seen when I first started diamond painting, I saw everyone talking about the Harbor Freight diamond painting storage, and it's technically like not diamond painting storage. Okay, Harbor Freight, if you don't know, is a hardware store, and so they sell things like for tools, like that's what they sell. But I was like, I want to see if I can find this like Harbor Freight storage system, because I've seen a lot of people use it for travel storage. And he was like, oh, okay. He's like, I love Harbor Freight. He's a man. So I was like, okay. I was like, literally, that's the only reason I want to go in there. Like, I have nothing else in that store that I would like want to get or look at. But I've kind of decided that I want to allow myself to kit up if I want to kit up a kit, especially once I really start getting some more kits under my belt. Because another goal, I think I talked about this in my personal goals. I could be wrong, so if I didn't, then you're hearing it here. I want to find an out-of-the-house job, but I only want it for a couple of days a week. I do not want a full-time out-of-the-house job, but I do think that I want just a couple days a week where I work at like a gas station in town or Dollar General or something like that. That gets me out of the house, it gets me talking to people, but I can still prioritize YouTube and content creation as my main job because I love this job. I just find that I'm not always interacting with human beings outside of my house. And that's not always super good for me personally, like for my mental health, like on a personal level. This has nothing to do with anyone else. And I do talk to, I'm gonna have to change my putty, I think. My putty is being weird. I do talk to like my online friends, like all the friends that I've made in this like YouTube, Instagram space, because I have made like diamond painting friends and I have made book friends and everything, but it's not the same as like interacting in real life. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm hoping that in 2026 I can do more like I call them behind the scenes sprints, but basically like just hangouts with some of my friends where we are online but we're not live, right? Where we can just hang out and we can like kind of video chat each other, and even if that means like we're not getting any reading done, maybe we're getting work done or we're crafting or whatever, like where we just have this time to like hang out, but we're not necessarily live, we're just hanging out with each other. But also having a second job would help me to be able to afford things like more diamond paintings. And I really would like to grow my stash. I looked at the Walmart in the town over and they have Diamond Art Club. Now they don't have very many. I know there's only like 3 or 4 that are like exclusive Diamond Art Club Walmart paintings, and I can't wait to go get them. They were like $10 to $15 a piece. The ones that are like truly exclusive to Walmart were each $10, and then they had a mini dazzle that I think was like $10, and then they had a Cinderella one that was $15. And I would love to have all of them, if I'm honest. I would absolutely love to. Yeah, and I guess that the ones that are from Walmart do come with the, what are they called? The Treasure Quest cards. And I love the idea of the Treasure Quest cards. I think they're wonderful little collector's things, but I'm going to be saving up my Treasure Quest cards until I have the right like recipe or combination, whatever you want to call them, to get like the $200 off. I know a lot of people are like, I'm waiting to get the custom kit or whatever. I just want the $200, the $200 coupon, friends. Just because with the $200 coupon, I could buy a bunch of diamond paintings for no money, you know? So that's kind of where I'm at with that. I am going to be trying out some new diamond painting kits. What was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, I want to try some new diamond painting companies this year. That's a really big goal for me that I talked about in my diamond painting goals. And the first one we're going to be doing is Dreamer Designs. That is what it's called. Dreamer Designs. I'm really excited. That is going to be actually the next place that I order diamond kits from. That's not the right symbol. Is Dreamer Designs. I'm really actually pretty excited for it because I found, I think, 4 kits that I really want from Dreamer Designs, and they are so cute, y'all. They are so cute. So Dreamer Designs, the way that they do their kits is they do them 2 different ways. So you can buy from like their United States shipping, or you like shipping place, or you do them as overseas, but you cannot do an order that has both. So I found kits that I wanted, but they were all overseas kits, which is fine. I have like 4 kits in here. And the other thing with the overseas kits is it seems that with the overseas kits, you can pick whether you want rounds or squares. And with the ones that are ready to ship from the USA, you get whatever drill shape you get. So whatever the kit is listed as is the drill shape that you get. And I really wanted to be able to try 2 rounds and 2 square. And so what I did so originally I wanted to try 2 round, 2 square. So what I did was I was like, well, let me look through and see which ones of these I really would want that are able to come from overseas. I didn't find a lot that were the like United States ready to ship. I didn't find very many that I liked, and I wanted to get at least 4 kits because I wanted to take advantage of, like, when you sign up or whatever, they give you a coupon, or they gave me a coupon that was a BOGO. So it was buy one, get one 50% off. And I was like, okay, I want to do 2 kits or 4 kits because then I get 2 of them for half off and 2 of them at full price. So they basically take the kits that are the least expensive and they knock them down. So I got 2 $40 kits for $20 a piece. And then I had 2 that are $45 or $44.99 USD. So I was like, okay, cool. So that brings the total to like just under $130. So for 4 kits. So I was like, all right. So I have 3 rounds and then I have a square. Because I got this one called Fire and Ice, and it's so pretty. It's a woman's face. If I remember, I'll superimpose a picture. I won't remember, but if I remember, I will. But it's called Fire and Ice, and her face is half fire and half ice, okay? But I was looking at it because when you're able to pick your drill shape, you can look at the 2 different renders. So the one render, you can look at a picture of the round of the kit rendered in round drills, and you can look at it rendered in square drills. And now that I've finally found my footing with squares, I was like, listen, I think that the render looks better in square. Like, you can see there's some details in her eyes that is a little muddy in rounds. So I was like, let's get that one in square. So I got that one. I'm going to order that one in square. And then I have the other 3, which I have a Hannah Lynn. I have one called Confetti Dream, which is like a girl with like pastel rainbow hair. And then one called Flora and Fable, which is a little black girl and her dog. And I got both of those, the Flora and Fable and the Confetti Daydream, I got with the intention of putting them together and then framing them for Ari. And then I got Dolly Valentine, which is a Hannah Lynn. I love Hannah Lynn. Hannah Lynn is actually one of my favorite artists ever, and she used to be through Diamond Art Club, and now they've had some issue. There's like a lot of stuff going on. I'm not even going to get into it on this channel because I don't actually know everything that's happening. I remember when it started happening and there was like a lawsuit and everything, which I think is still going on. But I wasn't really able to find a lot of information outside of like Hannah Lynn's Facebook group. So I kind of looked into what was happening and I was like, oh, okay. But now Hannah Lynn is still licensed under Oraloa, I think. Oraloa and then Dreamer Designs. But then you can also just buy her kit, like some of her kits you can buy straight from her website, which I do plan on doing this year as well. It's just that a couple of them you cannot buy from her website because they're licensed off of other places. So because they're licensed through other places, you can't buy them from her website. But the ones I can get from her website, I will be, because she has 12 Days of Christmas on her website, and that is actually one of my favorite Hannah Lynn paintings ever, and I did not get to get it. Oh, this is an 80. I did not get to buy that one when it was on Diamond Art Club, and so I cannot wait to buy it from her actual website because it's not licensed anywhere else. And I'm actually thinking about doing a comparison project with that one because she has one. You can buy it in just the regular way, like where it has a couple of different specials in it, some ABs and stuff. Or you can buy on her website, she has an option called Glitz and Glam, where it just has like an abundance of like ABs and stardust or fairy dust. I don't remember what she calls them. Crystals. Like it just has like an abundance of specials. And I just think it would be cool to see if they would be better one way or the other. You know, how I like it better. But she also has the full set of the Alice in Wonderland paintings that she did. I bought White Rabbit when the Alice in Wonderland paintings were available through Diamond Art Club, but I wasn't able to get the rest of them. So I did complete the one from Diamond Art Club that was Hannah Lynn and Diamond Art Club White Rabbit. And I loved it. I think it turned out so good. They did some fairy dusts in that one. It was actually the first kit that I had that I worked on that had fairy dust in it, and I loved it. Like, I thought it was so pretty. But I would love to have the rest of the set and all of them in the same size. And I think those you can get in round or square, but I think I'll probably get them in round because I think that they render just fine in round. So, yeah, I think that they render just fine in round, and so I'm probably just going to do rounds for that. Let me think. Anything else? Oh, I have some trays coming from Bijou Bliss. I ordered the gingerbread house ones. I think they're still available, like, at the time. I think at the time of me recording this, they are still available because it's the 23rd, and she probably won't take them down till the end of the year. But I ordered them in the tall mini size. So this tray that I'm using right here, this is my Jingle Drills tray. This is a tall original size tray. I have never ordered a mini tray from Bijou Bliss. I've only ever ordered the original trays. So I have this one. Where is it? Here it is. I have this one. And then I also have this one. So I have these two that I bought when I first started diamond painting. These were the first two Bijou Bliss trays I ever bought. So I bought this one, which is I don't remember what colorway this was. Silk Rose, I think. But it's very like rose gold, and then the inside was all one color. I kind of wish I hadn't done that with this one, but I will never be mad at myself for doing that. Because when I ordered this tray, you could order, it costs a little bit more to do this, but you could do it where the lines were a different color. And I didn't. I just got it all in one color. I kind of wish I hadn't in hindsight, but it's fine. I used this one for two 2 years like of diamond painting. And then I had this one, which was my Drills and Chills tray from 2023. I didn't buy one in 2024 because I didn't actually participate in Drills and Chills in 2024. I kind of wish I'd bought one now, but alas. So this was a pre-made. So this one didn't come with the different colored lines either. I love these trays. They're my favorite. They do attach to each other. But these ones, you can see all the magnets. So she changed them. And then the first tray that I ordered since those ones was this one, which is my Drills and Chills 2025 tray. And this one I ordered in the original size, but the tall walls. So you can see, excuse me. You can see the difference here. Maybe if I can, yeah, there we go. So you can see the difference here. These walls on this one are taller, but they still fit on top of this other original tray. I love the original trays. Everything's sticking. And the other thing I liked about these is she hid the magnets. So you can kind of see them through this if you look really close. But like this, you can't see the magnet. And that's because she hid them. She also hid them on the bottom because there's magnets on the bottom as well. But she hid them inside of the 3D printed tray. So I ordered 2 of the tall wall minis because I have never used a mini tray. And I've been saying I really would love to have a mini tray. I think that the idea of the mini tray is fun to me because I feel like I could use it for traveling. She did a gingerbread house theme. I didn't order a Jingle Drills tray, which is okay. I didn't order a Jingle Drills tray. I opted for the gingerbread houses instead. And I was like, I just think that I've seen the gingerbread house trays. I saw those. I wanted both colors. So you have one that is transparent pink and one that is like a traditional brown color. And I wanted both. So I was like, okay, how do I get both? And I was like, well, I'll just order. This is like the perfect thing to order in a mini tray because I had seen some people unbox the original size tray, the full size tray. So this tray right here, this size. I had seen some people unbox it and I didn't love how much room there was between like around the actual print on the lid. So I was like, okay, if I get these in minis, that leaves less room around the print. So I saw someone unbox the mini tray. I think in the transparent pink color, and I was like, this is it. Like, this is what I'm getting. So I got both trays. They were around $50, I think, for both. But that is because I got the tall trays. So someone did ask when I unboxed my Drills and Chills tray if the tall walls cost you more. They do. They're a couple dollars more than the regular sized trays. Yeah, they are a couple more dollars, but to me, the tall walls make all the difference. I probably won't go back to a regular walled tray unless I find a tray that only, like, that Christina and Jeremy don't offer in the tall walls. I love the tall walls. Now, I am a chronic over pourer. You just saw me pour this entire thing of drills in this tray, and I had like 10 drill left to put down. But I'm a chronic over pourer. Like, I'm just pouring, I'm just pouring like all of a color into my tray. I will literally fill a tray. Like, and part of that is I wanted to test out the tall walls because eventually I believe Bijou Bliss is working on like a tower system, and even if they don't come up with a tower system, I would like to have enough trays that I could maybe come up with my own tower system and kit up straight into trays. That is my ideal, y'all. That's my ideal, is to be able to kit straight up into my trays, because then I don't have to worry about pouring back into containers. I don't have to worry about pouring back into containers out of trays or anything like that. So yeah, ideally I would love to be able to kit up into my trays and then just diamond paint that way by just taking the trays out and diamond painting that way. But that's not where we are. But I want to be able to try every diamond painting tray option through them. The only tray I don't think I will ever personally buy, I may buy one for my partner because he said that he wanted a jumbo tray, but they do have a jumbo tray, which is, I think the size for that is 2 regular size trays. So it's 2 of these, like side by side. That's how big they would be. So like turn this way, it would be 2 of them. And that's way too big for my hand. I don't need a tray that big. I don't even know how, I mean, the original trays are almost too big. I'm actually wondering if the mini trays are going to be like my happy place as far as trays go. Now, I'm not going to get rid of my original trays. I like them. And sometimes you can only get certain trays in the original size. So, for instance, when I ordered my Drills and Chills tray, a mini tray was not an option. I could only get them in the OG size, like in the original size tray. That was our only option. I think you could get them in something else too. You could get them in, I think, original and narrow were the only 2 options. And I don't really like the way that the narrow trays look. Now, there is a butter tray in the shop, and I really want that. And I also want to order one for Ari. Ari loves butter. And those only come in the narrow mini, I believe. And so I'm going to get that in that. So I'll have a narrow mini. But I'm literally, honestly, only getting it because it's the butter tray. I don't know that I would order a narrow tray on my own by choice. I just don't think I love the way that they look. But I really want that butter tray. And it actually works. The narrow mini tray really works well with the butter because it's supposed to look like a stick of butter. And it does work well. But I am actually thinking that the mini trays may be my happy medium because these ones are almost too big for my hand. Like if the original trays were any bigger, they would not work well for me. They would just be too big. So, yeah, I have those coming. And then I need to get a hold of the friends at Diamond Pen Pal, the owners at Diamond Pen Pal. That is where I get my pens from. They did a Wicked pen. And I had messaged them asking if it sold out, if I would be able to get a remake. And they had told me yes. So I need to actually message them and find out if I can still get a remake of that. It is like $100 pen, but that's about what I paid for my custom Harley Quinn pen. So I'm not like above that. And it's such a cool pen, y'all. This pen is a 2-tone pen. So it's like this with the liquid inside, but there's a barrier. There's like a gold barrier that's supposed to look like the Yellow Brick Road in between, and then you have green and pink. And so the colors don't mix. But I just love it. A Glinda Elphaba pen. I don't know. I just saw Wicked for Good, and it was so good. It was such a good movie. So like all things Wicked, you know what I'm saying? And then I just saw there was a company, I don't remember what the company is. If I remember, I'll link them below. But there is a diamond painting company that is a sponsor of Jingle Drills, and they have Wicked-themed trays. I believe they did, like, trays and some other things. And I'm not adventurous when it comes to my trays, but I do want to try some other small businesses this year, and so I'm hoping that they'll have the Wicked ones for a little while because I would love to grab a Wicked tray from them. But yeah, so like if anybody can think of some places, I do have a few places written down that I want to try out in 2026 that I've heard other people talk about. Or they said like, hey, you know, maybe they talked about it in like their whipping chats or whatever, or maybe I've seen something in someone's video and asked where it was from, and then I've written down the shop, because I would love to try out some small shops. I would love to. There's a small shop. I don't remember what it's called right now. I could look on my phone, but I'm not going to. But Jenna talks about them a lot, actually, and I believe they have. I believe when I looked at their website, they had a funnel, like a small funnel for the Elizabeth Ward containers, which is what I use. I use Elizabeth Ward containers, and they're really small. Like, these funnels are only like this big, and they just slide right on top. There was another shop I was looking at, but her funnels are so big, and she wants like $20 for the funnel, and I'm just like, no, and it's just big, and I don't know where I would store it. And then this other shop, I'm pretty sure it's this shop, I had originally heard of this shop from Jenna, and I went and I looked at their shop because Jenna had, I think she called it a WIP kit from them, and when I looked, there's like a WIP caddy, which is a storage solution. So like, there's a spot for your pens, a spot for your tray, a spot for your washi tape, like, and it's so cute, and it'll just sit, like, it can sit on your desk and like hold all of your accessories. So I loved that, but that's like the WIP caddy, but then they have like a WIP kit, where you can get it like personalized, and you can get like a roller, which I've been wanting to try a canvas roller, so, which is like, instead of doing like what I do, because you can't see it, but I use like clips on my canvases, you would have a roller, and you would actually put it, like, slide it on, and then you roll the canvas. And I've been wanting to try one. I just couldn't justify just like only buying a canvas roller from somebody. But you get it like in your custom colorway, and then you can personalize it. But I believe this same company, it's escaping me. If Jenna watches this, maybe she'll know. She'll be able to comment, because I will try to find the shop, but they're on Etsy. But this same small shop has they have like a storage solution. It's a 3D printed storage solution, and you can order like a pen holder thing. It holds like 16 pens, and then you can order, so you basically build your own storage solution. So you can order one that has like trays in it for like a putty tray. You can order one that has just like an accessories tray that you can just like throw accessories in. And so I'm going to order one of those as well, because then all the pieces slide together. So you can make one, like a really big storage solution. And I just thought it was the coolest thing I'd ever seen, because I was like, oh, this would work great. Because I do have some storage, like I have a little caddy, and I have my like pen trough that I got from who are they from? Amazing craft shop. I got those in 2023 when she was still doing customs, and I believe she has closed down. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, her shop, you can still look it up on Etsy, but it comes up as being on vacation. So I don't know if she's going to open up her own storefront or if she's just done. I know that shortly after I got my custom, she stopped doing customs, and so I will cherish the customs that I have forever, but I've kind of outgrown them. So they work if I'm just working on a kit and I just need to store things like my accessories in that, and I want it to sit on my desk. But right now I can't even do that because it's overrun with accessories and scissors and everything. And so I need to get some kind of a storage solution. So that shop I was just talking about, they have that option. And so I'm like, well, maybe I'll do that, because then I'm like, okay, if I need another set of drawers, I can just order that and add it to the storage solution. Like it's like a storage solution that grows with you as you go. So I'm really excited for that. So that is kind of my diamond painting life. And then I don't really know if there's anything else to really share. I haven't really been watching a lot of reality TV. I've been doing my rewatch of Grey's Anatomy, and I love that show. So there's not really anything to share with that. If you've never seen Grey's Anatomy and you like a doctor show, a doctor drama, hospital drama, I would watch it. I just love it. I think that I don't want to say it's a feel-good show because, like, it definitely devastates me every couple of episodes, but I really do love the characters. I'm not a huge fan of the newer seasons. Like, as we get, like, new interns and stuff, I'm not a huge fan, but I do really love the old seasons. Yeah, so I've been watching that and just reading. I've been reading. I am currently reading The Perfect Divorce by Geneva Rose. I'm really enjoying that. I'm listening to Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I think that it's fine. I think that it's more hyped than it really needs to be, but I think it's a fun time. Like, especially if you do the audiobook, I suggest to anyone who wants to read Dungeon Crawler Carl that you do the audio. I do think that the narrator, I think his name is Jeff Hayes, he's really fun to listen to because he does so many different voices that are very distinct. It doesn't sound like him just trying to do different voices. Like, they're obviously, like, very distinct. And I really love it. I really love the audio. So I am going to continue that series. Ooh, we get to lay some crystals. I do plan to continue the series of Dungeon Crawler Carl. I just kind of feel like it's a little bit overhyped. Like, I don't know. It's fine. I went into it being like, okay, yeah, people are really talking about it. I hadn't heard a lot of really bad things. I'd heard some bad things about one particular thing in the book, which I did make it to that part, and I do understand the issue, because it definitely is an issue. But it seems that people are like, yes, I love this book. It's so funny. It's so blah, blah. It's definitely like a dad sci-fi. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, it's like the sci-fi that you give your dad when he's like, I really want to get into reading. What should I read? You know, that's like what it reminds me of. Because there's a lot of dad humor in it. It does kind of make me giggle sometimes. I love these crystals. I think they're so pretty. But I do think that it is a fun time. Like, if you want something that's, like, not too serious, you know? I tend to listen to Dungeon Crawler Carl when I'm, like, diamond painting or, like, playing a game or something. But I do like it. Okay. So that's that section. Oh, actually, I have right down here to do. Let's do this, and then we're going to be done with this section, and then we're going to be done here, I think, friends. This is going to be a little bit longer than I had anticipated, but that's okay. That is okay. I was interrupted at the very beginning. Someone called, so it's okay that it went a little bit over. I try to keep these an hour, but this is the one before Christmas, guys. Let me know what y'all are doing for your holiday. I know not everyone celebrates Christmas, okay? But let me know what you're doing for the holiday season, or if you're just going to hang out at your house by yourself. Like I said, we have a lot of family stuff that we're doing for the holiday season, which is fine. I don't know, as far as, like, my partner and stuff, I don't know what kind of stuff we're doing with his family exactly. So that'll be interesting to see what we're doing for that. But yeah, my family really tries to get everything underway. Just simply, oh, that is not, why is that? Oh no. Okay. I have had not a lot of glue issues with this canvas, but it seems like when I have glue issues with Diamond Art Club, it's like a whole section. Like this whole section is like dried out. It's like there's no stick to it. Now I heard you can do like a baby wipe over the top of this and it will kind of like re-stick it, but I don't want to have to do that every time. Okay, anyway, yeah, so my family try to plan out our Christmas and like Thanksgiving, like our holiday stuff. We try to get it underway because we have people that come from out of town. So my uncle and my 2 cousins live in Minnesota. So they have to drive down. I don't think my 1 cousin is coming. I think it's only my uncle and then my younger cousin, because my younger cousin has a sister who is a little bit older than they are. So I think it's just my uncle and my younger cousin. Both my cousins are adults, for anyone who's wondering. But that will be so fun. I can't wait to see them because I actually haven't seen my cousins in a couple of years. They usually have like work and like other adult things that they have to do. So we don't see them as often as I see my uncle. I do talk to them kind of regularly because we text each other. And then I actually just saw one of my older cousins. I saw tonight because he happened to be at the same place we were for dinner. And he jumped on me. I did not notice him, okay, and he jumped on me. That's just how my family is, though. And he will be there, so I'm really excited for that. But not all of us in my family live in Iowa, and so some have to travel. And so we try to have everything stowed away, like, before Thanksgiving. Like, we try to have Thanksgiving and Christmas scheduled by like Halloween because otherwise no one knows what's going on, no one knows what's happening, we're all just like flying by the seat of our pants, and that doesn't work when we have people that don't live in the state. So our Christmas has basically been planned for the last month. Like we've known for like the last month when we were having Christmas, so I'm really excited for that. I love the holidays because I get to see family members I don't always get to see. And that is, to me, that's the best part of the holiday, is seeing all the family that I don't get to see, like, every day of my life. And, yeah, that's my favorite part, honestly. It's the part of the holiday season that I cherish the absolute most, so... Oh, come on. Okay. So, yeah, let me know down below what y'all are doing if you've made it this far into the video. Let me know what you're doing for the holiday, or what you're reading. You can tell me what you're crafting on, because we are officially done with this section, y'all. We're officially done with this section. Look at how pretty this gingerbread house has got to be my favorite thing so far, I think. It's so pretty, and I love the like donut window, and then we have a couple of crystals in there. I just think it's so pretty. But that is really all for me today, friends. I just wanted to get this section finished, so thank you for being here and hanging out with me while we did that. Yeah, thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me. That is really all I have for this video, though. So if you don't have anything that you want to share, you don't want to tell me your holiday plans, that's totally fine. Just go ahead and leave me some kind of holiday emoji, a Christmas tree or a star, some sparkles, a present, something down below, just to let me know that you're, thinking about the holiday, you're ready for the holiday. This is the next section I'm going to work on, and I'm really excited for this section, y'all. I'm so excited for this section. But yeah, just leave me some kind of emoji down below, or if you don't want to leave me a holiday emoji, you can leave me the pretty pink bow, because that is our channel emoji. And yeah, that's really all I have for you. That there are lots of changes coming in 2026. This is not the last WIP and Chat. There will be one more before the end of the year. Actually, our last video of 2026 or of 2025 is going to be a WIP and Chat, and I'm so excited for that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely, safe, and warm holiday season. And if you're alone this holiday, or you just are struggling, just know that you are not alone. My DMs are open to you, and I will see y'all very soon somewhere else on the internet. Bye!